Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Yashodanandana Brajadana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajadana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Yashodanandana Brajadana Ranjana Yashodanandana Brajadana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Kṛṣṇa 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Kṛṣṇa 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Kṛṣṇa 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Kṛṣṇa 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Kṛṣṇa 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Kṛṣṇa Kṛṣṇa Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare Kṛṣṇa 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 Hare 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 Rama Ram Hare 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 Kṛṣṇa 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Kṛṣṇa. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So we are reading from Bhagavad-gītā, chapter 12, devotional service, verse number 8. Mayy ādhatsva. Mayi buddhiṁ niveśaya. nivasiṣyasi mayyeva. ataḥ ūrdhvam na saṁśayaḥ. mayyeva manaḥ ādhatsva. mayi buddhiṁ niveśaya. nivaśyasi mayyeva. ataḥ ūrdhvam na saṁśayaḥ.
Mayyeva manaḥ
ādhatsva.
mayi buddhiṁ niveśaya.
mayi buddhiṁ niveśaya.
nivasiṣyasi
mayyeva. ataḥ ūrdhvam na saṁśayaḥ. mayyeva manaḥ ādhatsva. mayi buddhiṁ niveśaya. nivaśyasi mayyeva.
ataḥ ūrdhvam na saṁśayaḥ. mayyeva manaḥ ādhatsva.
mayi buddhiṁ niveśaya. nivaśyasi mayyeva. ataḥ ūrdhvam na saṁśayaḥ. mayyeva manaḥ ādhatsva. mayi buddhiṁ niveśaya. nivasiṣyasi mayyeva. ataḥ ūrdhvam na saṁśayaḥ. mayyeva manaḥ ādhatsva. mayi buddhiṁ niveśaya. nivaśyasi mayyeva. ataḥ ūrdhvam na saṁśayaḥ. mayyeva manaḥ ādhatsva. mayi buddhiṁ niveśaya. nivaśyasi mayyeva. Okay. Word to word meaning. Mayi, upon me. Eva, certainly. Manaḥ, mind. Ādhatsva, fix. Mayi, upon me. Buddhim, intelligence. Niveśaya, apply. Nivasiṣyasi, you will live. Mayi, in me. Eva, certainly. ataḥ ūrdhvam, thereafter. Na, never. Saṁśayaḥ, doubt. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me, always without a doubt. Purport. One who is engaged in Lord Kṛṣṇa's devotional service lives in a direct relationship with the Supreme Lord. So there is no doubt that his position is transcendental from the very beginning. A devotee does not live on the material plane. He lives in Kṛṣṇa. The holy name of the Lord and the Lord are non-different. Therefore, when a devotee chants Hare Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa and his eternal potency are dancing on the tongue of the devotee. When he offers Kṛṣṇa food, Kṛṣṇa directly accepts these eatables and the devotee becomes Kṛṣṇa-ized by eating the remnants. One who does not engage in such service cannot understand how this is so. Although this is a process recommended in the Bhagavad-gītā and in other Vedic literatures. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanachalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Sadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagna Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagna Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Bevacha Patitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So this chapter, 12th chapter, is very important, and it's a very wonderful chapter also because it talks about the devotional service. So Krishna started about the Bhakti Yoga from the very beginning of the Bhagavad-gītā, and in the 6th chapter ending shloka, he concluded the person who is fully engaged in devotional service, like render transcendental service to me in pure devotion, is very dear to me. And then he started up with the 7th chapter, this middle chapter. Again we see Krishna emphasizes more on devotional service. That's called Bhakti Yoga. So this chapter, like from the verse we are starting with, it's a series of 4 verses, like 8, 9, 10, 11. It goes like that. And it talks about the different level of stages of practices. And this verse talks about the highest practice, and then Krishna gives different options according to one's, like how one can follow and all. So here to start with, we can go with, like, sometimes people generally ask the questions like why Lord Krishna has not given just one process, one system. It's easy, no? Just one process, it's fine. Okay, finish the business. But if you have many choices, then you have to think about like what to do, what not to follow and all. So like similarly, if we have so many clothes, in the morning if you have to come for Mangala, we have to think now what to wear, which sari to wear. So for Prabhuji, it's fine, like the white clothes, like simple dhoti. But for Mataji, we have so many choices. So I have to think about what to wear. But if you have 2 pairs, then no choice. Okay, just go with the one. So here if we see the different religion also, they give about one process, one system, just follow and thanks. But here we are having so many choices, like what to do, what not. So, but it's because so many different types of worship we see, like about the demigod worship, different yoga practices, dhyan yoga, gyan yoga. If we see in the 6th chapter, it talks about the different yoga practices. And then it's kind of little confusing, isn't so? So the reason is very simple why Krishna is giving so many choices from the very beginning, talking about the different processes, is there because the different people having the different mentality, like we are here, we all are having a different mindset, isn't it? Though we are doing the same process, but the level of surrender is different, the inclination for the different services are different. Some may like to cook, some may like to chant, some may like to distribute books, some may like to do only kirtan. So we have the different mindset. Even in one process also we have a variety, you know. So that's also different people with different desires also. Like not everybody wanted to have the bhakti. No, people wanted to have some material enjoyment also. Like why people not take up devotional service directly, though it's very simple. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says just chant, dance and eat, you will go back to Godhead. So simple process. With the jiva, you have to, with the mouth, you eat Krishna Prasad, chant Hare Kṛṣṇa, go back to Godhead. But people are not taking, Vola ISKCON, no ISKCON. Why? There are so many principles are there to follow. Not everybody is able to follow. So they see the strictness. It's not easy to get initiation. Also, you have to be in temple doing services under some counselor or take the guidance. They were like, no, it's difficult. So go with the easy pathway. But those who are serious, they will say, no, this is how I want to practice. I want to move further. They see the genuine process and they take up. As I say, different people have different mentality, different desires. So even our movement also, people come up with different motives in the moment. Some wanted to have fame. Oh, ISKCON is a big organization. I may become famous. So kind of like different mindset, I can say. So there are people with different capacity to different type of worship, like different type of services, as I mentioned. So they are into different worship and all. So Lord Kṛṣṇa is very kind. So he's saying, okay, everybody has their own level. So let me give some choices. So he makes available something for everybody, so that they can follow, but according to the Shastra, authorized one. Not like anything you follow that is, kuch bhi koi bhi follow kare, waisa nahi hai. He gives different processes, but authorized. As we see in Bhagavad-gītā 16.23, if you read, that shloka talks about, that says, Ya Shastra vidhim utsrijha vartate kama kartaha na sa siddhim avapnoti na sukham na param gatim. So why Krishna is giving something, like different processes. As I mentioned, like different people have different tendencies to follow, but he is giving something authorized, because if we don't follow anything authentic and act whimsically, we already, because see, we are in the material world. Why? We have independent nature. We have the free will and we misused it, and we are in material world. Okay, so that's whimsically we are acting. And if we are whimsically acting, so what is the result? He who discards scriptural injunction and act according to his own whims attain neither perfection, nor happiness, nor the supreme destination. So if we are acting whimsically, so then we are like degrading towards inauspicious destination. So Krishna is giving something like authentic things, at least you can follow and do the certain things. So that's how scripturally he is giving something. So it is important for us to follow some authority, at least something through the scriptures we follow, maybe the karma kanda things, but something scriptural references we should have. So basically we are all here in the material world because we wanted to be independent, as I mentioned. So we don't want to follow the system of devotional service to Krishna. So we will send here so we can act on our own fantasy of being a proprietor. So we are acting here being a proprietor, no? We're using our free will. So now we have such mentality to act independent. So it says do that to, and because we have independent nature, we have that thing not to hear anybody. We wanted to act our own way. I like my way or thy way. It's like not like way, it's like my way only. Maybe it's like whatever I want to do, I want to do that way. So that's why it's mentioned here. So we just think, and going in that way, independent way, so we think this is freedom. But actually it is not freedom. It's like we are shackled by the three modes of material nature. Under the laws of nature, we are shackled thinking it's a freedom, acting whimsically. And so we are bound by this material body. We are bound by this cycle of birth and death, going independent. So we are like acting under this nature, as Prahlad Maharaj says in Bhagavatam 7th canto. He says, Te pisha tan matriya ūrdhvaṁ baddha. Prahlad Maharaj says, very severely bound, but we think we are free. Isn't it? We are bound here in material world, aren't we? Huh? We are bounded, no? But we don't have shackles. But we have shackles. Nobody is seeing the shackles. You know? Huh? Invisible. We are acting, our mind is like acting, like our mind is like taking control of us. Our senses are taking control. Our senses are not controlled. Mind is not controlled. So the modes are acting, and it's like our mood swings are, it's not the mood swing, it's the mode swings. No, according to the modes we are working, so we are not independent. Very nice. So it says, so one who is intelligent understand this. We say, somebody says, kahan hai shackle? We don't have shackles. We say, we have the shackles. We are under the modes. So one who is intelligent, like people are very intelligent. So because we are in Krishna consciousness, is a sign of being intelligent. Intelligence choice we have made. So one who is intelligent, he will understand, no, I have to be free. I have to follow something genuine path. We have to look for something higher. So that's how we have to give up this independent nature. We have to surrender to some authority. But somebody who is bona fide, it's not any authority you surrender. Okay, this person seems very powerful. He's famous. He has money. Okay, I should surrender to him. No, he might be a great materialistic. What you will do? The blind man is अंधा जाता है गड्ढे में गिरता है बाकी भी खड्डे में जाते हैं. No, we don't have to be falling into the ditch. So authority, like some decade before, one philosopher made a statement. He says, you don't need a guru. You are your own guru. And you will be getting your path from within. You get your path from within. You need not to follow anybody. But one sense, what he is doing, he is acting as a guru, giving an instruction. Those who are following him, he is considering them as guru because they are following their instructions. So it's a contradictory. He says, you don't need a guru, but you are giving an instruction, so people are following you. So this is foolishness. So we don't have to follow such authority or such people. So whom we have to follow, as mentioned, through the references, through the Shastra. So it says like Kṛṣṇa has given us, so Kṛṣṇa has given a very wonderful system of Vedic, like this whole Vedic system is given, a proper disciplic succession is given to us to follow. Pure whole parampara is given to us, that's coming in a bona fide parampara. The Vedic scriptures are coming from Kṛṣṇa. And Kṛṣṇa is, it says he is not something material person. He is a spiritual father from whom everything is coming. As Brahmaji also says. So don't follow anything material, but we have to be following the disciplic succession. He has given the whole system. So now it says, it says, Kṛṣṇa says, at least you follow some authority. So then it says, he mentioned about, he gives a sequence, he gives a hierarchy of the whole different processes, so we can follow something. So in this way, he is giving some series of options, as we see in these verses coming up from 8 to 9, 10, 11. He is giving, if you cannot do this, at least you follow something. Kuch nahi se kuch karna is much better, isn't it? If you cannot do this, at least you follow this process. So in this chapter, we see in this shloka, what mentioned here, we can see. We can read the translation again. Just fix your mind upon me, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. So that's what Kṛṣṇa is saying here. But if we see, this is the highest level. This is the highest level to totally fix our mind on Kṛṣṇa. And if we say, what is the goal of human form of life? Kṛṣṇa mentioned in 18th chapter, Man manamad madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Become my devotee, worship me, pay obeisances to me, like that, etc. He was mentioning all the things. So this is the goal he mentioned. But now, is everybody is worshipping Kṛṣṇa? No. Some may is worshipping, but not maybe as supreme, maybe one of the demigod, having different concepts. So then he has given his verdict. He has given the instruction. And further, he mentioned one more statement, because he values our free will. So Kṛṣṇa mentioned further, Yat ichchasi tat kuru, if you desire so. I have given you the goal, ultimate thing, highest level, what you meant to do. But again, you have a choice, whether you want to follow or you don't want to follow. So that's how he was giving that thing. So now, as says, we have already, he has given us a free will. We have misused our free will. We are in the material world, struggling hard under the three modes of material nature. But again, this is the same free will. If we reverse, if we use it rightly, we can go back to Godhead, isn't it? If we use it rightly in a right direction. Like if you have a knife, either you can cut someone's throat or you can use that in the surgery. So choice is ours. So similarly, we have the free will. Either I want to obey Maya Devi, or I want to obey Kṛṣṇa, the Supreme Father. Kṛṣṇa, Supreme Father. So 12th chapter, It begins with a very wonderful question. I can go with the first verse, then I'll come back to the same. Yeah. So Arjuna, in very beginning, is asking, as I mentioned, this chapter emphasizing on devotional service, bhakti yoga. Previously also Krishna has spoken about this bhakti yoga, devotional practices. Here Arjuna is inquiring further to just confirm further thing. He says, which are considered to be more perfect, those who are always properly engaged in your devotional service, or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested? Means, is it okay to who is the perfect one, to worship impersonalism or something, or directly worship you? So Krishna, without any doubt, immediately he answered in the 5th verse. If you read, he mentioned here what he says. Yeah, kleshodikatas tesham avyakta sakta chaitasam avyakta hi gatir dukkam dehavdhir yavapete. So he mentioned, for those whose minds are attached to the unmanifested, impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. Means if you are into some another process, an indirect method, or worshipping the impersonalism, you are into impersonalism, then advancement is very troublesome. It's not easy way. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. Aren't we embodied? We are embodied living being, isn't it? We are like matter and spirit. We are a combination of both. Right now, we are in this material body. We are embodied. So for us, if we are into the different pathways, if we accept a different yoga practices, first of all, it's not easy to follow the Gyan Yoga, Dhyana Yoga. It's taking a lot of time. We have read in the previous chapters of the Bhagavad-gītā initially, if you all remember. So it's very difficult process. So then what Krishna says in the further verses, these are very important verses in the 6th and 7th. Ye tu sarvani karmani mayi sannyasa matparha annyenaiva yogena mam dhayanta upasate tesham aham samudhrata mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami na chirat partha mayi avashita chaitasam. But those who worship me, giving up all their activities onto me. But says, Krishna says, man mad bhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru, become my devotee, worship me, pay obeisances to me. Now here, what he's saying, those who worship me. Now what happens if you worship Krishna? Giving up all their activities onto me. We do every activity for Krishna, offering results to him, and being devoted to me without deviation. Without deviation means exclusively worshipping Krishna, no other thing. Engaged in devotional service and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Pritha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. These are the words of Krishna. Isn't it giving a great hope? He is a swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. Even if we see the normal ocean, we are very scared to go within. How many of you been to the Jagannath Puri? Many of you, na? So that ocean is so wild. I have never seen such wild ocean. It's so, oh Krishna, it's so wild. So seeing that ocean, we are even scared to go within that ocean. So it's so scared. So what to say? This is normal material ocean. So what to say of like whole samsara chakra, this Bhahusagar? It's not easy to cross by our own. And here, but Krishna is assuring, at least if you accept this process, you are secure. At least you are secure. You are not doomed. Your destination will be good. Even if you are not 100%, still there are hope here. There are chances you are progressing. But what about the other systems, other processes, the other yoga or the impersonalism? First of all, they have to do a great endeavor by their own self. Though we also have to do endeavor. ऐसा नहीं है हलवा पूरी just मुंह में जा रहा है. No, we have to do some endeavor to have the prasadam. Isn't it? We have to take from the plate and put it in our mouth. Not just it's going automatically. In Bhakti Yoga also we have to do endeavor. But in the another processes, it's very difficult and troublesome. It's not easy. And there Krishna is not assuring, okay, you will be the swift deliverer. No. He talks about those who are engaged in devotional services. So we are happy to be in devotional service or not? We are still looking for something else. We are happy to be here?
Yes.
These are the words of Krishna, no? It's giving great hope also. Because Krishna is saying, I'm a swift deliverer. But the thing is, we have to engage in devotional service. So now, the main verse of today that we are talking about, we talked about all these verses right now, how it started up, how the different choices are given to us, how the free will is there. So here, what he's saying, he says, just fix your mind upon me. Mayy man ādhatsva. Just fix your mind upon me. So, can you fix your mind on something? What it takes to fix your mind? How you can fix your mind? Huh? Until you know about the object. Any object. Okay, suppose we have to fix our mind on Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa is saying upon to fix mind on me. How you are going to fix on him?
His deity.
Yeah, but until you have the information, knowledge about Kṛṣṇa, are you able to appreciate a deity even? Yeah. So first step is fixing the mind, isn't it? So now what Kṛṣṇa is saying, hey, my buddhim niveśaya. Now fix your intelligence on me. Mind is for the pure devotees, like the gopis. In their mind, Kṛṣṇa is there. They are struggling at how we can forget Kṛṣṇa. So he is not going away from our mind. They are totally absorbed. For Prahlad Maharaj, we recently have watched Nrsimha movie. So everybody knows about Prahlad Maharaj. He is never forgetting Kṛṣṇa, even for a moment. It says, it is mentioned, the statement is there, never forget Kṛṣṇa. Always remember Kṛṣṇa, never forget Kṛṣṇa. We know how many of us are into that platform of always remembering Kṛṣṇa. You all might be. I'm not yet there. So Prahlad Maharaj is not for a single moment forgetting Kṛṣṇa. So their mind is already absorbed. So that is the highest stage. They are into the pure devotion, like the gopis, like Prahlad Maharaj. They are totally absorbed. Like Madhavendra Puri, if we see, he is also in Dham, is absorbed. Kṛṣṇa personally come to serve him, to bring the buttermilk for him. So these are the pure devotees. Yeah, kheer for him. So like that, the pure devotees are absorbed. Now for us, our mind is not fixed yet, because we are lacking in our information about Kṛṣṇa. We don't know much about Kṛṣṇa. Kṛṣṇa says in Bhagavad-gītā, Janma karma cha me divyam. If you know about my transcendental activities, if you know about me, you can go back to Godhead immediately. But still for us, it's taking time. So what is the hope? So Kṛṣṇa is giving next. He's talking about intelligence. What he's talking about? He says, mayy buddhim niveśaya. Niveśaya means apply. Apply somewhere. हम कहते हैं निवेश करना चाहिए. In the stock market. Not in the stock market. Okay. So we have to nivesh, means apply. So that means we have to apply our intelligence into the scriptures. If we dig deep into the scriptures, we can have the more knowledge about Kṛṣṇa. But that doesn't mean, oh, I'm not intellectual, what to do. You hear. You hear through the scriptures. And we can do the hearing. Shravanam we can do. We can hear from the bona fide sources. We have heard Prabhupada. Obviously we have not seen personally, but through this reading is also a silent hearing. And we are hearing from the pure devotees. We are hearing Prabhupada's tapes, like the recordings we have. So that through that hearing, it says through hearing we are seeing. Isn't it? Through hearing we are seeing. Otherwise, who knows? How is Kṛṣṇa? For the foreign people, Kṛṣṇa is very foreign to them. But Prabhupada says he is wearing the yellow dhoti, blue color boy, having the peacock feather. So when he heard this description, these paintings, some of the foreign devotees have made it. So how they have painted? They heard Prabhupada, how they look like, the characters, the features they got to know. And then they read the scriptures also. And then they got the idea what it is all about. And they painted. They had the meditation is there. So similarly, when we hear this buddhi niveśaya, we have to apply our intelligence in the scriptures. We have to study scrutinizingly. As Prabhupada also says, study my books. If you want to preach, study nicely. It's not just about the preaching, but the preaching is required for ourselves also. Pehle achar and then prachar. The acharan comes through when we apply ourselves, and apply when we have the knowledge. Then only we can apply, and that comes through when we study. It says nivasiṣyasi mayy. So he says, thus you will live in me, always without a doubt. So means living in Kṛṣṇa means being always absorbed in Kṛṣṇa's thoughts. Like Ambrish Maharaj, always remembering Kṛṣṇa. Then Kṛṣṇa is also thinking about him. Like Durvasa Muni immediately gave him that curse, because he break the fast, like kind of the story you know. But Kṛṣṇa sends the Sudarshan Chakra. He is always protecting his devotee. So who is seeing Kṛṣṇa every time? Kṛṣṇa is also seeing them. So this is the devotee relation. But now in the purport, if we see, so first is fixing the mind, That is called smarana atmika bhakti. So fixing our mind is called smarana atmika bhakti, means smaranam. In the mind there is a smaran, means remembrance of Krishna. And if that is little higher, then intelligence is given. That through the intelligence means studying the scriptures, getting more detailed into the scriptures. Our Goswamis has given the scriptures, Prabhupada has given all these books to us to study nicely so that we can have more information about Krishna, what he likes, what should we do, and like that way. And then if we do that way, so we are living with Krishna always. This will help. And that is, Krishna says, without a doubt, without any doubt. See, but this is the highest level. The devotees are truly absorbed in Krishna's thoughts, always remembering him. And the Purport, Prabhupada has made very wonderful statements. I'll just go through. One who is engaged in Lord Krishna's devotional service lives in direct relationship with from the very beginning. Isn't it, we studied the nature of devotional service is transcendental? If you're doing devotional services, it's not like under the modes right now. If you are purely engaged in devotional service, it's transcendental. By nature it is transcendental. So when we are doing something transcendental, we are in contact with transcendental. So we are becoming transcendental, isn't so? It's very easy. If we are in the contact with the fire, if you put iron rod in contact with fire, it behaves like a fire after some time. Similarly, one who is engaged in Lord Krishna's devotional service lives in direct relationship with Krishna. Even if you are distributing books, we are in relation with Krishna because we are talking about his teachings. So when we are doing kirtana, so I says Hare Kṛṣṇa Mahamantra is not different from Krishna. So when we are saying Hare Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa is there. So we are in contact with Krishna. When we are honoring prasadam, that is also in relation with Krishna because prasadam is also non-different from Krishna. So it further says, so there is no doubt that his position is transcendental from the very beginning. So the moment we started a process, we are becoming transcendental. A devotee does not live on the material plane. He lives in Krishna. So when we are fully engaged in Krishna consciousness, we are Kṛṣṇa-ized. What we are becoming? Kṛṣṇa-ized rather than being materialistic. If we see from the very beginning of our practice and now, there is improvement, isn't so? We are improving. Initially we might be eating outside, but now we are very strict to honor only prasadam. Initially we might be hearing mundane music, but now no. Hare Kṛṣṇa, maybe the kirtans are going on. So there are change, transformation is going on. So that's we are becoming we are coming to the transcendental platform, maybe gradually, but we are coming. So this is the holy name of the Lord and the Lord are non-different. Therefore, when a devotee chants Hare Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa and his internal potency are dancing on the tongue of the devotee. So, as I mentioned, when we are chanting, so Krishna is there in our tongue. He is dancing. Who can experience the taste of the holy name more than Haridas Thakur? He is chanting 22 hours, just 2 hours for the bodily needs. And if we say the Rupa Goswami also, he is giving a statement about the holy name. He says, I desire to have the millions of mouths and millions of tongues and millions of ears, so I can relish. This two word Krishna has so much of nectar. I cannot behold like with this small mouth and ears. So this is his realization. So we can understand the power of the holy name, how much nectar is there in two words, Krishna. So if we are chanting purely, we will be experiencing this nectar and transcendence, isn't it? So he says, when he offers Krishna food, Krishna directly accepts these eatables and the devotee becomes Kṛṣṇa-ized, eating the remnants. So here actually Prabhupada is giving us a little more process how we can be Kṛṣṇa-ized, how to observe our mind in Krishna's thought by engaging in devotional service. Prabhupada never mentioned just about devotion. He says devotional service means through the service, that's how we are remembering Krishna all the time. And it says, and the different services are, first service is chanting the holy names. That begins, our day begins with the holy names when we chant. And then obviously we get hungry, we can have prasadam, we can have kirtans, and that's how we are Kṛṣṇa-izing our all daily activities. Even the householder can practice very nicely at their home, having the deity worship, or reading the scriptures with the family together, doing kirtans, inviting devotees. So like that way we are becoming Kṛṣṇa-ized. One who does not engage in such service cannot understand how this is so. Also, this is a process recommended in the Bhagavad-gītā and in other Vedic literature. Now, Prabhupada is making very wonderful statement here. He says, one who does not engage cannot understand this. I says, taste of the pudding is in eating. If I say I made a pudding today, it's so amazing, Prabhuji, Mataji, it's so amazing. How can you know until you eat it by yourself? When you eat it, then you can make the comment, yeah, it's really nice. But until I'm just glorifying, it doesn't make any sense. So, but we get inspired, acha, if they are saying, must be very amazing, I should try, isn't it? So that's what devotee preaches us. And we are reading through the scripture, holy name is like this, Kṛṣṇa is like so beautiful. We are focused our mind on the Shyam Sundara form of Kṛṣṇa is so beautiful, Radha Shyam Sundara Lalita Vishakha. So when we study these things, study the beauty of Kṛṣṇa, that talk about Kṛṣṇa, the Shyam Sundara Varana. So we are like totally Kṛṣṇaizing our vision, Kṛṣṇaizing our ears, Kṛṣṇaizing our tongue. Our whole body part is Kṛṣṇaized. The example is Ambarish Maharaj. Everything is Kṛṣṇaized. Through the seeing Kṛṣṇa, hearing about Kṛṣṇa Gatha, speaking about Kṛṣṇa, walking to the temples, having darshans, through the hands he is rendering different services. So this is how we can Kṛṣṇaized. And at least we can come to this platform, not through the, if not smaranam, so we can do not the, if not the smaranatmika bhakti, mananatmika bhakti we can do. At least we can start with to hear about, to inquire about, and that's through the Shastra. And again, in the next verse that you will study maybe tomorrow, in the next he says, Yoga Abhyasa, that says, Abhyasa Yoga Yuktanam, if we have to practice, so that the sadhana bhakti is given to us by Srila Prabhupada. That's a very easy process. He has given us the proper system. If you see, no, it's not, our system is very organized. Morning, this time is Mangalarati, this time is the Bhagavatam, this is Bhagavad-gītā, this is Guru Puja, and the different services time. So everything is well organized, and every day we have the same routine. Isn't it? That makes us more disciplined. Okay, this is how we have to follow. And even if we just started up following, even if we don't have that feeling or something, but we see the change afterwards, isn't it? If we started up doing something you're doing regularly, and one day you missed out, you say, oh, something is missing. You started up liking what you were doing all the time, isn't it? So that's what Prabhupada has given. We should be very grateful to Srila Prabhupada. We are in this moment, has given us a very wonderful process. And Kṛṣṇa is giving us, he is bringing the words of Kṛṣṇa as it is to us, through the Bhagavad-gītā as it is, so we can understand this message. So for that we have to apply niveśaya. We have to apply our intelligence, so we can understand, and we should be practicing something. If we see the next verse that talks about, I read the another verse. He says, Atha chittam samadhatu na saknoshin mayi sthiram abhyasa yogena tato abhyasa mama ichhaptum dhananjaya. My dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, obviously it's not easy to fix our mind. I says mana chanchala. Our mind is very chanchala. But I talked about like mananam. We can use our intelligence. But Hare Kṛṣṇa says, but how to use our intelligence? Then again, follow the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, develop a desire to attain means abhyasa. We can engage our senses in the service of Kṛṣṇa. And through that, we are automatically coming forward. Even not to the higher level, but at least to some level we are attaining. And through that we are advancing. And for that we have to practice. Abhyasa Yoga Yuktanam, that Kṛṣṇa talked. Abhyasa Yoga Yuktanam. We have to practice makes a man perfect. We understand the highest level of Bhakti Yoga. This is the highest one and easy one. When we understand the importance of this process, then we develop some determination and eagerness to do something. And sometimes, as I mentioned, our process, the thing is like shravanam. When we hear about something, the eagerness happens. Okay, they're talking something. We get little inspired. And more than that, if we see some devotees practicing so nicely, we get... That's why Prabhupada says, stay in the devotee community. Because we see devotees around us, even if we don't know each other, but if we see somebody engaged very nicely, we get, oh, this Prabhuji is doing very wonderful seva, this Mataji is doing, I should also do. And if we see somebody chanting so nicely, absorbed, we say, I should also do that. Even if we get inspired, so do that thing. So it's because we are into this process of sadhana. And through that, when we are in the devotee community association and we do the shravanam, our mananam, our intelligence will help us. Oh, it's like doing some calculation, oh, I should be doing this thing. And that's how we are coming to this mananam, smaranam bhakti also. So through practice, there is it says, bhajana kriya, through the bhajana kriya, it says when the practice is there, and there is kirtanam, there is the smaranam. So when we do some practice, we do some kirtanam, means here, shravanam, then we glorify, we talk about Krishna Katha, and the smaranam is automatic. So that's all. So even if Kṛṣṇa is giving us so many choices, so isn't it's good to go for the higher one rather than going for the lower one? If we have a higher budget, isn't it you would like to buy a big, brand new, wonderful car on the top model? Everyone desires to have the top model, because base model you have to do so much of endeavor, it's manual. But if you have the top model, it's automatic. You're sitting comfortably, car is moving nicely, you don't have to do much effort. So when we want such comfort, so in material way we try to we do so much of endeavor to have that top model car. Automatic one, I wanted that automatic one. So the same applies to our devotional service here. It's not, the endeavors are not needed. But Kṛṣṇa says, I'm there to help you. Even if something is lacking, I'm the swift deliverer. You have to do little effort, you have to put, but don't worry, I'm there to take care of you. There is no loss. At least you are secure. So that's how we have to practice. Okay. So I'll just recap what we studied. So I talked about, from the question why there are different processes. Kṛṣṇa is mentioning the different yoga. In another religion, if we see there is one process, finish the business. Okay, no choices. But we are having so many choices because people with a different mindset, mentality, with the different desires, with the different capacity to do the things. Some just want bhakti bhi chahiye or maja bhi chahiye. They want mishrit things. They need mixed things. So they also have the kamuk bhakti they wanted. So for them also, rather than going independently, rather than acting whimsically, Kṛṣṇa is saying at least act authentically. Some references, for the Karmakandis also there are Shastras. For the Gyanis also, different modes of people, there are different Puranas or Shastras are given. At least gradually they are coming to the right platform. So at least they are working authentically, not just going whimsically. So he is giving some bona fide process to us. Like he mentioned about the different yoga practices. And he talked about the highest one is Bhakti Yoga. He mentioned about the goal of human form of life is to become devotee of Kṛṣṇa. That is to develop love for Kṛṣṇa. And through that, but again, we says, though we have different things, he is giving us the different processes just to facilitate us and giving the highest one also. But again, he is giving us the free will. Okay, yat ichchasi tat kuru. I told you everything. This is the highest one I am giving. But there are different processes also, but you desire what you like to do. But this is the highest one. If you like, this is low. And how the highest? I will be the swift deliverer. You are secure here. You don't have to do much effort like the others. It's very troublesome. Kṛṣṇa is giving the consequence also. If you follow other process, it will be very troublesome for you. So you like troubles? If somebody comes to us, देखो ये वाला भी रास्ता है, वो वाला भी है. But that will be a little troublesome. So you like to go there? We have a choice. We say, why take a trouble? Why not to go where somebody is helping me also? So he is giving the highest one. That's what we have to do. And this verse, Kṛṣṇa says, like mananam, you fix your mind upon me. If we are having difficulty fixing our mind, then smaranam, then there is a mananam bhakti. That is niveśaya. We have to apply our intelligence to study the scriptures. And through the study of scriptures, we can dig more, can understand about Kṛṣṇa, how he is great, how he is God, what is the role of his in our life, how he is facilitating us, how he is so kind, how he is so merciful to us. And realizing that fact, we will think about reversing the misuse of our free will. Okay, let's do the reverse engineering. Not just the free will we have misused, now going to the right path. And that's how we can, through this sadhana bhakti, abhyasa yoga says, we can Kṛṣṇa-ized our activities. By surrendering to Kṛṣṇa, we are becoming real independent. So that's how we can be progressing. The further we say, Kṛṣṇa will give more choices, but we should think about the topmost one. Okay, so I'll stop here. So any of you have any questions or comments or want to add up something? So please, or some corrections also I'll take up. Okay, anything? Somebody has to say something.
Hare Kṛṣṇa, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu.
Mataji, you said without initiation, we can also initiation is different.
I didn't talk about initiation, but you are asking, so I'll answer.
Starting, you said Kṛṣṇa is if somebody is taking the part of initiation and authentic, somebody should surrender.
Yes, I mentioned about we should be under some authority. That is bona fide, not any authority.
Yes.
Yes.
But Prahlad Maharaj showed without initiation he attained Supreme Lord. What is all this?
Narada Muni was his guru. In the womb of Kayadhu, Narada Muni was preaching.
But if somebody is in this material world, if somebody is doing like this, he will say they are taking the charge of this initiation and they are taking so much time. And
I am not getting your point. You mentioned about Prahlad Maharaj was not initiated, but his guru was Narada Muni. So what's the question now? How?
Somebody is taking a guru, he's saying he's my guru. He's my guru, I will follow him. And follow me strictly, everything whatever he is saying I will follow. But he is not agreed to take initiation.
I'm not getting the point. See, any guru, if you wanted to have a guru, there is a qualification of spiritual master. If you study the Shastra, it's mentioned about he should be well controlled with his senses, he should be coming in Guru Parampara, and he should say that he is a servant of God, not I am God. Even if you read Updeshamrita, first shloka, that is mentioned there. Who can be the guru? So if you see that is the qualification. And if you want to be a bona fide disciple, you have to also test. That's how whenever ISKCON, there is a time period of 1 year or so, where you can practice. You will be giving your reports to someone who is taking, how you are you chanting, you are following the principles, and to that guru you approach, and whatever the requirement he has, he will tell you. There is a testing time. At that time you also see the spiritual master, he will also see you whether I should accept this person or not, is he doing or not, or either I am just going to take the karma, because that is also heavy duty, no? So there is a testing time at that time. You have a time period. So whomever you are aspiring, you should be listening to them, inquiring from them, as is approaching a bona fide spiritual master, inquiring. And that's how you learn whether the answers are really helping me to be more Krishna conscious or not. It's like that way. And you should also see the person, whether they are really situated or not. So that's how it's a time period is there.
And then why they are taking charge? It is going to that guru or where?
What charge?
That ISKCON disciple course. They are saying without ISKCON disciple course you cannot get initiated.
Now, because people should understand what is the position of spiritual master.
But if somebody is like that, he don't have any money, he is not earning.
You have to talk to the authority about it. I cannot answer this. Okay. Okay. And if yes, Prabhu.
Hare Kṛṣṇa.
Yes.
This mayy, your manaḥ, ādhatsva.
Yes.
Buddhim, niveśaya. So Lord Kṛṣṇa says in Bhagavad-gītā in the last chapter that one who studies this sacred conversation of ours, he worships me by his intelligence. So, but in my personal life, I faced a lot of criticism, not lot, but some devotees, they were pujaris in our temple. So they criticized me that, he's always reading books and this and that. But we need to have a holistic understanding of Krishna consciousness.
Yes.
It is not about developing pride that I am a Brahmana or we are Vaishnavas. So, okay. And relating to this, I am just saying, and you are able to comprehend also, I know that. So, another thing adding to my thought is that my Rupa Goswami says in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu,
Yes.
you should see the deity with great devotion.
Yes.
He says. So I read in Leelamrita, it is mentioned Satsut Maharaj writes that Prabhupada would stand for hours gazing at Radha Govinda.
Yes.
So it was like, it was inspirational for me. Itna pyar hai bhai.
Because it says Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena Yam Syam Sundaram Achinta Gunasar, means those eyes are anointed with the love.
Yeah.
So their eyes are loves with the love. So that's how they're able to see Krishna.
So
for the hours. But for our mind is not fixed. We don't have that love and devotion right now. So we see, okay, looking beautiful, then we go away. So, yeah.
So, but then, similarly, when in ISKCON cow protection and respect for cows, etc. is promoted, but then when you actually go and do something there, they take you lightly, that this person is just doing time pass, something like that. I hope you...
So your question is because you're...
It's not my question, some
okay.
things came out of me, but I don't know, you can comment whatever you may wish.
I just simply say reading scriptures is not wrong.
Yeah.
It's not wrong, but at the same time, we should try to apply them also, so that we don't become just Gyanis.
Yeah, perfect.
Understanding?
Yeah.
So as Krishna says, you become my devotee, eat Krishna Prasad, worship me, render services. So we should understand, and it's not, Krishna consciousness is Vigyan, it's a science that is applied. It's not just a Gyan. So we have to, what we are studying, we have to apply also. Otherwise, it's just a theoretical knowledge. What's the point? So that will definitely bring pride to us. But when we apply, so then there is no pride. Okay? So if they are saying something, you say, I am studying so that I can apply. And then apply also. So that then they will see, oh, this person is practicing also. Okay? So that's how. And regarding the cow protection you mentioned about, you do your efforts. Krishna is watching you. So not look for any extra things. If we are sincere, Krishna gives all the ways. He provides everything. So need not to worry. Okay, Prabhu? Yeah.
You said this that perfectly that you apply it and then you develop pride. And then
Yes, otherwise you are just becoming Jnani.
Yeah.
Reading so many books.
But just reading also, but then I quoted that last verse, it says, one who studies this sacred conversation, let it be Gita, Bhagavad.
But it may be challenging also.
It is worship of Krishna.
But it may be challenging also. You see what Krishna says in the last verse you quoted? That if one study and read these scriptures, he surrenders to me, like that you said?
No, I said that this verse says that one who studies this sacred conversation between us worships me by his intelligence.
Yes. So worship him with intelligence means applying that intelligence to render some services. Intelligence, how? You studied, then you preach, then you use that intelligence to do the different services. Every service requires intelligence. Even the cooking, nobody can just do without knowing about the ingredients. You just cannot put anything into the pot, no? So you need to have some intelligence to use what I need to cook, what I need not to cook. This simple example. So intelligence is required in every service. So Prabhupada says devotional service. So intelligence means, use your intelligence means doing the services also. Okay? So that's all. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu. Any question? No? Okay, so we'll end up here. The time's up. Thank you so much. Grantha Srimad Bhagavad-gītā ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Kṛṣṇa.